Well, we are back, huh? We're back streaming Magic the Gathering Arena. My setup here probably looks a little bit different. Bear with me, because a very nice chap named Blastoderm sent me a literal treasure trove of information. And look at the message. The first line of the message that he sent me was, "Go wide with mono white allies." Now that's kind of serendipitous. He sent this, by the way, because yesterday's stream was me failing to make the ally deck. It was a huge fail. I still want to do it though. I'm going to skip over this first one because it says mono white, and that is awfully similar to the deck that I'm currently playing. I'm trying to get away from because it's just like at this point I've been playing for like 2 months. I want to have something that's less just like does one thing, you know what I mean? I think I want to expand my horizons. The legend Raimi is in the building. How's it going? It's going pretty well. Not bad for a dad. How's it going with you, Raimi? Honestly, I'm a bit tired. So if my energy is a little bit lower than normal, or if I feel a little bit off, that's why. Today has been a very long day, and I'm doing this whole new, like if you see this, I hate accessorizing. This literally makes me feel claustrophobic on my wrist. This is called a whoop band. No, like, I don't even like this, honestly, but it's data. And as you saw yesterday, I like data. I'm trying this new exercise regime that includes cardiovascular work. And I hate cardio, and today's was very difficult, so I'm exhausted. It's going fine. Real about it being a long day. Super real, to be honest with you. Went to see a film earlier, which was nice, though. That sounds nice and relaxing. That sounds like a nice day, to be honest with you. I hope that the long day is waning in a positive way, so you get some restful, pleasant sleep. All right, so getting back to the deck I'm trying to play, Raimi. Maybe you can help me with this because you're so damn knowledgeable. Basically, I'm 15 wild cards short of the deck I want, which is 5 color allies. Blastoderm sent me a treasure trove of information. 5 more budget decks. I believe one of them was, there we go, zero rare allies. Now, normally I would be against doing this because I like to play optimal decks. However, I really want to play something different besides my mono white aura deck, because like I said, 2 months playing mono white auras is at the point, is like brain numbing at the moment, you know what I'm saying? JDK, hello, they say. Hello to you. Thank you so much for being here. Same to you, Flip Edits. Super sick name. Hello to you. Thank you for being here. Right now, I'm trying to build a deck that I failed to build yesterday, but there's always tomorrow if I fail again. All right. Earth Kingdom Jelly, that's a new one. Protectors, I have that in the deck. Haru, that's a new one. Invasion, I had that and then I removed it, I think. Maybe not though. Kyoshi Warriors was a 4-drop that I tried not to add, but I ended up trying to. Okay, this seems pretty similar. However, like the main card of the deck is obviously not in here because it's a rare. This is a 0 rare deck. And what's cool about this OBS, this is the first time I had a browser being shown on screen. I can move this browser around and it stays put. I'm not gonna have the browser up for the majority of this video. I'm just showing you guys what I'm looking at. That Blastoderm in the Discord was nice enough to send me. And this is a great amount of information. Because I'm going, let me hide this for a second. Let me go back to just showing the game here. This is what I came up with yesterday. Basically what I seem to be a standard build of the allied deck. And once again, let me show you. Craft all, not enough wild cards. And that's me cutting some of the rares. So let's compare and contrast. Earth Kingdom Jailer, that's definitely new. Earth Kingdom Protectors is right there. So let me type in Earth Kingdom right quick and then click on not collected. Okay. Earth Kingdom Jailer, let's see what this says. When this creature enters, exile up to 1 target artifact, creature, or enchantment an opponent controls with mana value 3 or greater until this What the heck? That's actually pretty good. It's a 3-drop. And I guess that would be replacing Aang Swift Savior. Can also replace this, but it's also not a rare. I added this to get a cheaper deck overall, but not working. And honestly, right now, it's like all of these cards are so new to me that I'm having information overload at the moment. Oliver Tree is Death Rip. Oliver Tree is Death Rip. What the heck? What does that mean? Is that a card? Oliver Tree is... Oh, Oliver Tree, the musician, killed in a helicopter accident. And also Coco YouTube YT. That's a new name. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for being here. And I apologize that a musician that you're fond of passed away. That's very sad. Yo, 55 holes today. Talk about... Dang, yeah, that's a long day right there. 18 holes is enough to tire me out. 54 holes, holy crap. I'd be shooting well above hundreds after the 36th. That's for damn sure. Hello, Sigmas and Ligmas. I'm not falling for that. I'm not falling for the Ligma, that's for sure. Eden Castillo. What's up, Eden Castillo? Great Divide God and Earth King's Lieutenant are probably the most important. That's what I was thinking, actually. Why, I knew that every single time I face this deck, which is not very often, this was basically like their card. It made the deck super good. And what did you say? Earth King's Lieutenant? When this creature enters, put a 1/1 counter on each other ally creature you control. The stats I was looking at Raimi yesterday were saying, like, it basically was like every card, if you start with every single card in the deck, especially this one, the percentage of times you win the game is very high. So that tells me that most of these cards are pretty good. But maybe I should just start with the things that are like super necessary. And you're saying Great Divide got an Earth King's Lieutenant. Stella Bravo's back. What is up, Stella Bravo? I never win with them yet. When I first them, they practically always win tricky plays, I think. And honestly, you know what's funny is that normally you would think that I'm going along the phrase, if you can't beat them, join them. That's actually not the case. My win rate against allies is actually extremely good. I think the mono white aura deck that I've been playing is a pretty darn good matchup on my behalf because it handles them pretty well. But I can definitely see why and how they're tricky. I believe I did just lose to them a couple days ago. I believe so. Earth King Lieutenant is the card that make the deck work. You need the Divide Guide, absolutely, and the Lieutenant, I agree. Okay. So maybe... Okay, this is uncommon, that's staying. This is a rare. So let's remove everything that's rare besides those things. And then see what we're working with. Oh, wait a second. I had one of those. Okay, let's be mindful of things I'm clicking away here. I have one of those. Katara. Raimi said Katara is a close follow-up. Let's remove this. I have none of them. That's a bummer. I think I have... No, I don't have any Aangs. I don't... That's a uncommon. That's fine to stay. And that is a rare. We can add Earth Kingdom's Jailer. I think I just removed about 8 or so cards. Actually, it tells me right there. I just added 2. So 44. 14. I think I should be able to craft the deck now, but I don't think that would be wise of me to do. Katara is very good, and Aang, at least with the 5-color deck, once you buy all the lands, you can play any combination of colors moving forward. Earth Kingdom Jailer? No. Yeah, the reason why I was thinking about Earth Kingdom's Jailer, by the way, Stella, if you missed this part, let me put it on the screen once again. 1 second. I think you're on the widescreen. So I'm looking at this, which is titled Zero Rare Allies Avatar Standard. I was thinking about kind of copying this and seeing if I can play it in the meantime until I can build the deck that I want. But honestly, it's not something I would like to do, to be honest with you. I like to play well-oiled machines. I like to be optimal when I can. And honestly, this is giving me a headache, probably because I am plumb tuckered out, to be honest. Plumb tuckered out. So what I'm going to do, a man must know his limits. I'm going to save and exit. Let me know, by the way, for all you guys that are still out there, if you can hear this. Can you hear this? All right, there. Is that bothersome? I just turned on a fan because this office space gets so dang hot. So if you guys can't hear the fan, that will be a blessing to me. You need those allied lands big time in this deck. Okay, I get it. But really, we're just getting a new set. I wouldn't be spending my rares on this. No, can't hear it? Okay, that's beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, I have a new goal for this stream, which I don't think is going to be a very long stream. I think it's probably going to be about an hour. Ooh, this says cast 20 white or green spells. Don't mind if I skidoo. That makes sense. Okay, let's just re-roll this one. Play 40 lands. That's a big ask, but we'll take it because it's 750. All right, the new goal of the stream is to continue to chisel away the rust from my 2-month hiatus. Get some coins, open up Avatar The Last Airbender packs, and then hopefully pull the Avatar cards so I can spend my rares on the lands. Hopefully. I can send you a working budget deck. Please do, Hailson. Please do. And in fact, I set up the browser so I can actually show everybody what you send me from the Discord. That's pretty cool. Can't hear it over here either. Bill, that is fantastic news. This is a risky hand, but I'm going second, and I have 2 creatures, follow-up cards. I have 3 lands in my hand. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. I've been trying a new strategy for keeping and mulliganing to where if I'm light on creatures, even in a hand that I normally would keep, I'm sending it back, especially when going second. But in this case, I think it was a good choice to not. Don't spend rares on allies, just grind, get golden cards from the new set. Stella, come on now. I really want to play the new deck, Stella. That's why I even spent my hard-earned real life dollars that apparently got me the literally jack shite. It literally got me nothing, but that's okay, and I still can't build it. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to spend some of my rares, but I'm trying not to spend my rares on the avatar cards. I'm trying to spend my rares on the lands because the lands are gonna be more utilitarian in more decks past just the allies, you know what I'm saying? All right, what I just decided to do was I decided to play Ethereal Armor on Gingerbrute instead of getting a second creature on the board. That way I have some protection if they decide to target my 1 creature that's on the board currently, which also means that I have follow-up for a whole nother turn rotation. And basically, in my mind, the reason why I did this is because it will like guarantee me a whole nother turn rotation of at least 1 creature on the board. That's exactly what's happening currently because it doesn't seem like he had a follow-up. He did not have a follow-up, so my plan worked. Now it's kind of tricky because so Burst Lightning deals 2 damage, so I don't have to be scared of that, but I'm sure that he can probably combo off. However, if I Sheltered by Ghost into nothing, I have some wardage on my guy. I can gain some more life. That means I don't think that he's going to have a red or blue card that is going to be able to one-shot my Gingerbrute now. That's my thought process of what I just did. I never like to do Sheltered by Ghosts on nothing, but that's why I did it. We'll see if it pays off. He's paying the ward, and he had it. He had it. That is a crying shame. Okay, I'm gonna blame that on the rust. But it's okay, and the reason why it's okay is because I have 4 mana next turn, and I can draw anything. I drew a 5th mana. He's tapped out, though. However, he has 4 cards in his hand. What I'm going to do now is going to attack with Gingerbrute. I'm going to build the muscle memory of playing other things post-combat, which I'm notoriously bad at doing because I'm just a Yu-Gi-Oh! Playing scrub. And then after that, I'm going to end the turn and hope he doesn't have enough gas to kill both of my creatures. Storm Chaser's Talent, that's a great start for me, to be honest with you. An Otter, that's totally fine. Made it, wow, wait a second, I missed some chat, sorry. I didn't notice a fan, but it's almost 3 a.m. over here on the East Coast. My volume is low and I have my AC on. Well, as long as you can't hear it, and DJ, welcome back, DJ. Thank you for confirming that you can't hear it. AC and all, I'll take that as a win. Come on now, I'm gonna need something more than that. Okay, apparently my mouse is dying because it keeps glitching on me, and yeah, it literally just died. That is not good. Okay, I think I can remove this cord, which is, nope, I can't do that. Okay, he's gonna think I'm bad manners in him because I'm salty, but that's not the case. My mouse is just tired like I am. I have a USB-C handy, and I believe that, okay, we're back in business, baby. Okay, I'm gonna make my ginger brew as big as possible. Now the question is, do I remove his otter or do I remove his storm chaser's talent? You know what? I'm gonna remove his otter because that means that there's not gonna be value that can be recurred by him if he decides to go after my Seamrit. And they usually don't level this up from my experience, but they do bounce some things up. That being the case, I don't care what he's doing right here, but I'll just read it because that's a new card. To me anyways. Until the end of turn, target creature you control becomes a citizen with base power and toughness 1/1, gain hexproof. Totally fine with that. That means he's really counting on his otter being around, but that tells me I should have steam ripped that because obviously that wouldn't have happened. But I still have, wait a second, is the otter hasty? No, it's not. It's not hasty. So I can pay the 1. 2 is gonna go through, so he's on a 4-turn clock. And actually, I can attack with 2 things here. Actually, no, I can't, because what he just showed me was that he had something to play in his hand. So that means my spider would be biting the dust for absolutely no reason. So I'd rather it be a chump blocker if things go horribly awry than just send it to its death for no reason. With that, that's a lot of words. I'm gonna end my turn there. And I think I was just a little bit too slow here. I don't think I have this one in the bag, but I think I have a chance. They're leveling this up. Again, that tells me that they might not have very much gas in their hand because I don't think they normally rely on leveling this up. Yeah, that means their hand is crap. In my mind, that's what it means. Obviously, I could be wrong. Boomerang Basics sucks for me. They're probably going to target the token, but I'd rather them target the token than the Ginger Brute because the Ginger Brute is going to be a double striker, and this is going to have haste. If he targets my Ginger Brute, he's actually a dummy because I have fought at 6 planes. Let's see what he does. And while we see, let me respond to the chats. There's some great upgrade. Wait a second, I missed some things. I updated my Brawl deck with a bunch of utility lands like Bonder's Enclave to draw cards, Ink Moth Nexus to give poison counters. That sounds pretty fun. Wow, it's a winter here, but still nice temp. It is a horrible temp where I'm at. All right, what did they target with the Boomerang Basics? Okay, they made the right choice. I was hoping that they were a dummy. They chose not to be. And I'm gonna focus here, so if I'm missing your guys' chats, I apologize. Okay, this tells me that he can't buff up his little otter any more than he already has. That is great information. Fantastic information. And I think I might have just won. Okay. I think I might have just won. So it seems like he has a way to get rid of the Ginger Brute, or he's gonna let this go through. But I think I have to go for it. Man, if he responds to my Shard Mage's Rescue, I'm gonna be so damn salty. Actually, wait. Would the smart Magic the Gathering player play the Shard Mage's Rescue, win on this turn, knowing full well that he probably has a response? Or would the good Magic the Gathering player wait for another turn rotation for him to try to remove it on his turn, then respond with the Shard Mage's Rescue, pay the 1, attack easily? Oh, what would a good player do? What would a good player do? Should I read the chat and cheat and read from the good player's mouth? Okay, I'm not gonna cheat. I'm gonna figure this out for myself. 2 blockers. See what he responds. He didn't respond. Okay, I'm going to read the chat. I'm gonna read the chat. Attack first and wait until his response. This deck cannot afford waiting, to be honest. Persuasive Koala, thank you so much for being here, and that is a great point. But he clearly had something to do. He clearly chose not to respond. Okay. I probably should have listened to Persuasive Koala, but the chat was 50-50. I was 50-50. I think this gives me a little bit better of a chance, especially if you boomerang basics me. I think there was a lot of merit to either decision. I don't know if the decision that I made was the correct one of waiting and hoping one shard mage was enough to make a whole turn rotation. It obviously worked out here, but I think Persuasive Koala might have been right. I think Persuasive Koala was right in that this deck literally can't afford not being fast. So I think I should have just one-shotted him there. Hey, but we'll take those. Pat myself on the back for at least thinking it through. Now let me check. Let me respond to the chats I missed. Don't notice a fan. Wow, it's winter here, but still a nice temp. It is a horrendous temp where I'm at, Stella, and that is why I have a fan going on, even though I have AC kicking. Still not enough. As you can tell by my rosy cheeks, maybe you can tell, I am heated. Maybe it's not too long. Just got back from Magic Night. How was Magic Night, Simic Mai? That sounds fun. Allies only belong in allies. You can't use them in any other deck, really, other than Aang. I updated my Brawl deck. I read that one. There's some great upgrades for mono white auras in the new set. Your deck will be on fire. Watch Mythic Mike's early access auras deck. It's going to smack big time. Really? Stella, is that the Marvel set? Are you referring to the Marvel set? Because to me, because I took that hiatus, the new set, in my mind, is still Strixhaven. That's what... I know I'm probably behind the times, but that's how I read it. Voltron Grinder Breadman. Aggro everything energy. Damn. I'm not used to the Spider-Man artworks and names. Sent the deck. The protection pieces are interchangeable, and the deck mulligans really aggressively for funny and one drop. Sent the deck. Autocorrect is funny. Poke, do something. Ben Peters code. Sorry I missed. Ben, I'm sorry I missed your chat, but I was freaking focused. I really wanted to win that game. I heard through the grapevine that Izzet has been wreaking havoc since I've been gone. So that game was important to me. Sorry I missed your chat up until now. I usually try not to do that. Did not like my deck description. He is... Well, just swing and wait with the shard. Okay, Hailson agreed with what I chose and whatever I had. A really stupid deck. I sent the deck in Discord. Okay, I'm going to check out the deck Hailson just sent. Maybe? No, it's not this one. Is it this one? Oh, wait. No. I guess I'm not checking not checking Hailson's deck out because I closed the browser, unfortunately. And I just don't have the mental bandwidth to pull it back up and mess with the OBS. I'm jumping back in. That was a great game. I'm proud of myself for making what seemed to be the right decision to hold the Shard Mage instead of go aggro. I don't know if that was the right decision, but it worked out there. Let's see if we can keep up the win streak here, baby. That's a new art. I've never seen this artwork before. Is that a Strixhaven artwork? I'm not sure. This hand is a good hand. I'm going second with this hand. It should be enough to win. Let's see. Ooh, green? Oh, I love playing against green. Okay, I'm definitely winning. I don't lose against green. It's just not happening. But because this is my only removal, I'm going to actually offer a trade. Maybe he'll get rid of his own Llanowar Elf. If not, that's okay. What I'm hoping for is him having the cub in his hand, he has to pay for it. He does not. That tells me a lot of useful information. He has not been able to use the Llanowar Elves yet. Now what do I do? I think I wait with the Seam Rip. Normally, I shotgun the Seam Rip right away, get rid of the Llanowar Elves, because it's never guaranteed that they actually have the cub in their hand. They do more often than not, granted. I understand that, definitely in my experience. However, I think now that we've already let one pass and he didn't do anything with two up, I think it's safe to say I don't need to at the moment. anyways. What I'm going to do is I'm going to attack with this. I don't believe green plays Lord Wipes, non-target removal, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this before my Skyward Spider. No, oh shit. I wanted to play Skyward Spider before this card. Again, there's the rust. I'm trying to chisel the rust away. What the hell is this? Search your library for a creature card with mana value. Is this already? Okay, there comes the Badgermole Cub. I thought for a second I was gonna get Aura Voided already. That would have made me a bit murderous. However, Ginger Brute stays on the board. He has a lot of mana. I have two options here, really. I can get rid of this, but he still can tap for 4. So maybe I think I'm going to hold up I'm gonna hold up all 3. Yeah, I'm gonna hold up all 3. Ask him if he wants to trade. I doubt he's gonna want to trade because the Badgermole Cub is super good, as we all know. And then if he does decide that he's gonna play the Aura Void, which I guarantee he has it. 100% he has it. I'm gonna Aven that shit. Easiest decision of my life. I don't know if it was the right decision. Okay, he does not have it, but he spent a shite ton of money to probably go get it. Yeah, he paid 4. He definitely wanted to get it. He definitely wanted to get it. He did not have Aura Void in his hand, but he wasted a whole turn rotation, and that was enough. Freaking see ya. I am so good against green. I love playing against mono green. It's one of the great joys in this life. I honestly think that the mono white deck that I'm piloting is a great matchup against mono green. I understand that a lot of people hate it. A lot of people want the cup banned, and I totally get it. But for me personally, it seems like I do all right. I much would rather play against the green deck than any deck that has black. Definitely not Dimir. Green's okay. Dimir missed me with that, and now that I've spoke its name, just like Voldemort, it's probably gonna be faced up against me. This is Ugin, right? He's ominous, but that doesn't tell me what colors he's playing. This is another fantastic hand, especially since I'm going first. Jesus, the winds of fate are blowing in my direction, probably because I have a fan going. I'm actually gonna raise the fan up a little bit because it's not doing the trick. I'm still freaking heated right now. Heated in the literal sense, not the figurative sense. All right, it's Izzet. We're 1-1 against Izzet right now. Can we make it 2-2? You bet your sweet patootie that we can. I have 2 Seamric, and I have an Optimistic Scavenger on the board. This hand is freaking cracked. If I don't win, I literally just suck. Literally just suck. I have to win. This hand is so damn fast. I'm going first. I can suck up everything he chose to do, and I have a 3/3 Optimistic Scavenger that's going to be even bigger next turn. Momentum Breaker. I hate this card. I hate this card. I did not expect them to have this card, honestly. Because, like, why would I was expecting Izzet, and then I get Dimir. And now that I'm looking at this, I don't know why I expected Izzet. I thought this was an island. So shame on me. I don't deserve to win the game now. That was really stupid. I want the Men in Black Mind Wiper Gizmo for everyone that's watching me right now to forget that happened, because that was embarrassing, but it's an honest mistake that looks like a goddamn island. I hate this card! I absolutely hate this card. That's literally my least favorite card in the game of Magic the Gathering. Alright, now, yeah, I'm going to win. No other option besides winning now. Yep, I'm gonna win. They still only have 2 manas though. So do I want to do this? Wait with Aven? No, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna give him something to make his hand smaller. Now that he has 3 manas, now Stormchaser's Talent, that's totally fine. 2 mana to work with. Does he want to kill my spider? Is the question. He's down to 4 cards in hand. I think it was the right decision to save the Aven. Fuck this card. Honestly, you're a piece. They always do that. Literally always bounce back and forth with this card. That's why I hate Momentum Breaker above everything else. That was a great pickup. That actually changes what I want to do. That actually changes what I want to do big time. Bigly. Okay. Okie dokie. What do I want to do? Sucks to only have 3 men in this situation. But we can figure something out. What's the correct thing to do? Hindsight, I wish I realized it was not an island. Because I wouldn't have shotgun those so quickly. Okay. I think I'm just going to say no attacks, hold up Avon. And once he plays his little shitty card right here, that's when I Avon. That's when I Avon. Sorry if I'm missing any more chats. I apologize. I'm really focusing because now I'm really salty at myself and the fact I'm losing to someone who's plays this bullshit card. And now I'm going to have to sacrifice one of my cards because he still has enough mana to play Momentum Breaker. So that is okay. I will sacrifice probably the token. And now at the 2/2, maybe not actually. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. Huh. He probably definitely has an instant in his hand. I can take 2 damage. What I probably, no, that's weird. I'm a little weirded out at the moment, to be honest with you. I'm gonna give it to Avon. I'm playing horrendously right now. I'm a little miffed at myself. And then I'm playing against the mirror and I have to look at this ugly ass face. I'm gonna resolve it. That's fine. It's tapped down. And I'm going to do the same thing I did last time. I don't want my spider to die. I want him to think he can kill it with whatever he plays. Still only has 3 minutes to spend. That's great for me. Perfect. Absolutely beautiful. And that's what I wanted him to play because now he doesn't have enough mana to play because now it's 4. It's 4 and 4. That was beautiful. Couldn't have worked out better for me. Now the question is, do I block? I don't really want him to get full speed. Let me read this. Sacrifice the gem, you gain life. It doesn't really matter, does it? I want to keep my creatures, no block. Going down to 12. He's going up to 3. A seam rip is beautiful. Oh, that's so beautiful. That's annoying that it's still tapped down, though. I think the flyer is annoying. So what I'm going to do... Wait, let me read this again. Each opponent sacrifices a creature. Okay. I'm going to seam rip the nowhere to run. Because I actually want Ward to do its thing. I want to protect at least one of my creatures, and I'm going to choose to protect the Avon. And I want to get rid of his only flyer. He can have the stupid otter. I don't care about the otter at this point. The flyer is the bigger problem. He can block this, though, which is annoying. So I'm not going to attack with this. I'm just going to gain some life back. And then boom. He can pay these things. But it's going to cost him a lot of tempo. He's bouncing that back. Okay, he's going the auto route. So he's trying to close up the game on me. That's what I'm determining here. He has no more mana. I can get rid of one of his otters. Is that worth it? I think it might be worth it. Because he has 2 block. No, this is vigilant. So he's going to have 2 blockers, but they're not flyers. And I'm going to be getting 3 life. I think it's worth it. Because I have a Gingerbread in my hand. It's unfortunately he's going max speed, but it is what it is. I actually have 2 follow-up creatures. This is not bad. Nothing he has haste. So that's going to be 5, 6 damage going through every turn. And I'm going to have plenty of sacrifice fodder. So I'm going to play these both pre-combat. I'm realizing I'm doing so, though. And I'm going to attack with everything. He's down to 8, 5, 6. I'm up to 16. I have sacrifice fodder, and I have 1 chump blocker. He's going to target opponent exiles a creature they control and their graveyard. I think I'm going to do Gingerbread, strangely enough. Because they still have this one, so then I might probably get rid of Alchemist Scavenger because they still have no answer to the flyers. I'm gonna let both of those go through once again. Going down to 12. They're drawing cards. Optimistic Scavenger is not great. Not great at all, but again, still no flyers. He's going down to 3. If you can't absolutely decimate my board here, I win. Or do 15 damage. He definitely could, but I have 2 blockers. He has this. Is coming out now, but he has 2 mana left. That's actually good news for me. I'll sacrifice the Summoning Sick Optimistic Scavenger. Still have a chump blocker if things go horribly awry. They only have 2 mana. Still nothing to block a flyer. They have a flyer now, but they're down to 3. I can draw many cards. Many cards to win this game. No blocks. And any enchantment wins the game. Come on. That more than does it. More than does it. You, Demir, I hate your freaking guts. We're going to give it to the thing with lifelink, and I draw a card just to show you that you have no chance. Hey, even though you're a Demir player, you're a nice chap. I hold you no ill will. It was indeed a good game. That literally freaking busted up so much of the rust off my hands. It's not even funny. Unforgiving, that's his username. What a guy. That was the best game I've played in a long time. That got me thinking very much so. Holy crap. But seriously, fuck this card. Anyone that plays it, I hate. But Unforgiven is I. He's I. What did I miss? Persuasive quality. This deck cannot afford waiting. I read that in whatever I had. Call me crazy, but I like playing against mono red on the play. I can't stand mono red on the draw. Interesting. I don't mind playing against mono red either. Although I did come back from 1 life on the draw earlier. Josh is here. What's up, Josh? How are you doing? My boy. Congrats again, Josh, on the 1K. That's amazing. That is amazing. All right. I don't know if I have many more games in me because those took a lot out of me. However, what I can say is I'm close to this daily. That's good. I'm nowhere near 40 lands. I don't think I'm going to be for quite some time. Let me pull down my shorts because they're riding up. Oh, jeez. My legs are freaking dead. I really appreciate it. Of course, brother. Of course. All right, let's see if we can continue the win streak. I think the win streak is now 3. I don't think I deserve to win. Oh, no. Now the old Yubei magic is up to no good. And that is a 1 mana hand. I will say, though, I kept the 1 mana hand yesterday, and it worked out. Strangely enough, it worked out. Maybe I can pull it off once again. I do have even in my hand, which is something. Not nothing, it's something. But no, I think I'm going to mulligan and choose to be a smarter player, and I chose correctly because it's a much better hand. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna put a land back, even though I kind of could put a Seamer back. But if I play against a green deck, I would want both. So I'm playing What If, and he actually has a Chocobo. Isn't this a Chocobo? So if he's playing a Chocobo deck, I made the right choice. He's playing Plains. If it's a mirror match, I made the right choice once again. There is a little bit of merit to both of those cards because I am down to no more lands, but I think it's better to have 2 creatures on the board than 1 early on, especially in the mirror match, because that is the whole tempo game when you're playing the mirror match. Let's see what he's playing. Not the mirror match. It is a deck that I wish I kept the hand with Avon, because if this is the artifact deck, I desperately need the Avon. Let's continue to go tall. Let's spend one of my mana on the Seam Rip, because if memory serves correctly, they can trick out whatever card they don't have in their hand by like sacrificing the 2 mana. And I believe Star Cage is a 3 mana, if I remember correctly. However, we're still playing fast here. They're down to 14, and I have a little bit of protection in my hand through Hexproof. So I'm feeling pretty decent at the moment. We think we have a chance. There it is. They had the Star Cage all along, so I suppose I made the mistake. But I lost. I lost big time. Unless I draw a creature. You know, the game's not over. I did draw a creature. The game's not over. He's down to 14. We have a chance. We have a chance, and we still have Shard Mage in our hand. It's a long shot, but it's a shot nonetheless. So we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep going. We can extend the win streak. I really hate Star Cage. That was my final straw from finding Avon as an answer, because I was just so sick of playing against the mirror and getting board wiped and then losing subsequent games. And then this became a deck that people started playing, and I kept running into both of those decks, and I was like, I gotta add Avon. But of course, I'm not gonna see Avon. Oh my god, but I don't have the resources to freaking play it yet. So let's try to find the resources to play it. All right, can I draw it? And I cannot, but I can get my other Optimus Scavenger back, and we can do 3 more damage, putting them at 13. So we do have a shot. This whittles my chances down of not seeing the Plains, and there it is. There it is. We have a chance, baby, to dance, and I think I might dance. He's going down to 10, and I'm going to have 5 damage on the board at the very least by the end of next turn, because whatever he chooses to do, and also Avon is not Star Cageable. So if he has another Star Cage in hand, it's not gonna work. Do it. I dare you. Do it. No matter what you're gonna do, you're gonna be sad at the end of the turn. I guarantee it. There it is. See ya. You're not gonna attack me with some simulacrums today. Well, you might, but not this turn. Another Plains. I'm getting my creatures back. I love that for me. I'm going to put it on the Optimus Scavenger, because that's stronger at the moment. We're gonna suck up the Star Cage, and no matter what, we're going to hold up the 1, no matter what. But he's at 10 now, I'm thinking about it. That's 7. If I do this, suck this up, that's gonna be 6. That's gonna be 8. I can win in 1 turn. Okay, let's see if he has a response to this. Does his field light up? I don't think his field is lighting up. And I have 2 now. 7, 9. Shite! As Persuasive Koala said, I don't have the luxury of not playing fast. And I have to do it. Oh, it's working! The win streak continues. It is not every day that I can play and win through a Star Cage that wasn't Avon. Elemental Hero Avon. Not every day. I think I'm pretty darn close to have chiseled off most, if not all of the rust from my hiatus. I got 600 coins. I'm up to 1,800 now. Oh boy. If I wasn't pooped before jumping on, man, I am now. Let's see. Honestly, my goal should be more so getting my dailies so I can build the allied deck more so than continue playing with the auras. So maybe I should play something that allows me to play red and or green. Common mono white auras dub. Man, that felt super uncommon for your boy. But we take those, Raimi. This is probably the... Actually, now I'm thinking about it, this is the best win streak I've had in God knows how long. Okay. Okay, this is green. Oh, that's my standard. That's my frog deck. What if I do... What if I do like a jump in? What's my jump in colors? Okay, green. That's green. Rats and elves. All right, let's try it. Let's try to knock off some more of my dailies that's on the board to get some more coins so maybe I can buy some more avatar packs to build the allied deck. That's my goal now. Bit demonic? I don't like that name. That name doesn't do it for me. Well, whatevs. Let's see. Land. 3 lands. A 2-drop. A death-touching 2-drop. It seems like a pretty good hand for jump in, but I don't remember this deck in the slightest. This might be my first game with it, to be honest. Actually, no, I kind of remember Rats. It's not my first game. Let's play a tap lands because I have no turn 1 play. Let me go up to 21. Now that I'm winning, I'm just going to keep the lead until the game ends. That's the plan. I'm sticking with it. Now I can play my Death Toucher, or this. I'm going to choose to play not the Death Toucher because if he has removal in his hand, they usually are apt to shotgun removal, especially in jump in. So if that's the case, they can remove this instead of my Death Toucher. I have another card, but I think I'm just gonna play my Death Toucher now. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna play my Death Toucher now. So I'm gonna play my second tap land and then play my Death Toucher so I don't have to reap the non-benefits of said card. There's no point in attacking because he can just block, and I'd rather have a blocker in case I need the blocker. That's my thought process there. So he is playing white and green. He's playing frogs? He's playing frogs against me? A known frog enjoyer? There goes my last land in my hand. Now let's read the rest of these cards. Reach. Other elf creatures you control get +1/+1. Elf. And not an elf. When this creature enters, you may destroy artifact. Is this an artifact? No, it's not. It's just a creature. Lizard Warlock. When this creature enters, shoot target opponents. If they lost life this turn, they reveal their hand. You choose a non-land card and discard it. Interesting. They're going to lose life. Yeah, they're definitely going to lose life. Let's just attack with this one. And this one. And I'm going to be the one, finally, to be the one doing hand ripping, which I don't like doing, but it's going to be nice for the shoe to be on the other foot of it happening for me instead of against me for the first time in my life. Let's see what they got. As long as you control 10 or more lands, creatures you control at +2/+2. Whenever this creature or another creature you control with toughness greater than its power enters, look at the top card of the library. If it's a land card, you can put it in the battlefield, tap it. Don't care. When this creature enters until the end of turn, target creature you control gains vigilance and gets +X/+X, where X is the number of creatures you control. That, from my jumping experience, is pretty good. Exile target attacking creature. Damn, that's good. Return target a permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Flying Disguise. That could be nasty. He has 4. I have 2 turns for that. I think I want to get rid of his instant spell, to be honest with you. That might have been the wrong choice, but spells that get rid of my stuff and jumping are very good. But now I'm thinking about it, this is actually pretty good too, and he might not be far off from getting 10 lands. That might have been a mistake, but I'm going to stick with it for the time being. Actually, I have Death Touch. So if things go horribly awry, there is that. When this creature enters, you may destroy target artifact or enchantment. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature card you own an exile in your graveyard. Menace, Death Touch, another Death Toucher. I have nothing in my graveyard. I do have an elf. This is another elf. So what if I'm gonna spend a turn? I'm gonna play this one right here. And I think I'm gonna attack with everything. No, I'm gonna hold up the Death Toucher for the blocker in case he gets bold, you know what I mean? Because there's no... Oh, shite. I did not think about that. Okay, I'm bad at the game. It turns out I'm bad at the game. I was too busy narrating my moves and not busy enough thinking about my moves. That was a crying shame. But we did get rid of one of his cards, so there is that. He's down to one. He's down to one big guy, one reacher. Not that big of a deal to me. He does get this back though, so serendipity for him, I suppose. His toughness is bigger than his offense, so he does get another land in play. He's up to 4, 5, 6. I have another elf, and it's a tapping elf, a druid elf. Love that for me. He's not playing any artifacts, so that's probably not gonna... Dang. Oh well. But I have enough to go wide now, so I'm not really worried at this point. At this point, for the cards that he has, because these two things are the biggest worries, and it's, you know, I don't know. We'll see how it works out. Okay. This can attack, but he can just block. So I literally, at this point, I just can't attack until I get something on the board that buffs me up, but he's probably going to be able to play buffs long before I will be able to. That's for damn sure, but we're going to remain hopeful. Anything could be in these 28 cards, my friends. Also, too, if this is a grind game, he's at 23 cards in his deck, I'm at 28, and if this game goes on longer, that's great for me because I literally want that, because I literally want to play as many lands as possible to get my daily done so I can get gold, the open avatar packs. That's all I'm here for, is open avatar packs. That's why I'm playing the game at this point. Three-guard duo already in this economy? You are crazy. This should be like when you're about to win the game. You just chose to die. Maybe he forgot about Death Touch. Why would he do this? Is like when you're about to win the game is when you play Tree Card Duo. Alright, now if I lose against this guy, I'm gonna feel salty because that was a bonehead play. Much more of a bonehead play than I have played in this match up until now. Holy crap, we're gonna do this now. Menace and Death Touch, a 6/6 in this economy. When this creature enters, if you control another elf, ooh, I'm gonna do that instead. Not attack. Still not like attack because he can block. And again, I want to play some lands. That's what I'm here to do. Play lands, open avatar packs, have a good night. That's all I want. Next turn I can play this if I don't draw anything else good. But freaking 2 for the price of 1? You gotta love that for me. I wish I kind of held... I did not think he was going to play artifacts or enchantments. Oh, wait. Yeah, this is artifact. Okay. That was a bonehead play. So it's bonehead play versus bonehead play at this moment. Whenever you expend 4, this creature gains indestructible until end of turn. You expend 4 as you spend your 4 full mana to cast spells during a turn. Wow. That's interesting. Is what I would say if that was interesting, which of course it's not. Here comes a 6/6. At this point, I win. What are you going to do against a 6/6? You already played Tree Guard Duo, and if you don't have enough frogs to do the whole bouncy thing, you can't beat me. You can't. Okay, maybe you can. A lot of things just triggered, it seemed like. I'm a little nervous now. There's another. I mean, at this point, you're just showing off without amount of lands, and this being a grind game, my friend, 19 to 26, you're going to lose. I have 5 available attackers. He has 5 available blockers. I'm not going to attack. Attacking is for the weak in this situation, I think. Next turn, I'm definitely attacking with this because it has menace. So if he doubles blocks with this and another creature, I think it will be a good trade for me and not him, because at least I will kill his biggest butt. Holy crap, a 1 for 3? Okay, maybe I got too confident too quickly, but we still have a chance here. We still have a chance. I'm not too worried. Okay, now I'm worried. His board just got extremely wide. Extremely wide. Holy crap. But I do have many things in my hand. I do have 2 menacing creatures. So maybe there's a chance to pull this out. I'm at 22. He's at 20. I'm going to lead. You know what I'm saying? That matters. People, they say life is a resource, of course. It is. Another elf hits the board. So, okay, he's wide, but so am I. So am I. Now I can attack with this. And a lot of his things are 1/1s. I'm scared. He has two. Oh, maybe I should attack now. I don't know. I'm so bad at combat. To this day, you would think at this point I would be better at combat, but come on now. Okay, I'm gonna do one more turn of fasting. I don't think that was the correct thing to do, but we're gonna go with it. A mana dork. Don't you think that you have? Actually, I don't want to kill this because it's thinning his deck. And at this point, I don't think he has a real way to one-shot me or even two-shot me. So actually, I don't want to block this. But it is about to be at that threshold of at 10 and other creatures you get +2. So I don't know. I don't think I'm doing a good job. I don't think I'm doing a good job. But maybe I am. Who knows? Fast. He's attacking with 1. What does he have planned? What is he doing? I'm at 22. I'd rather keep all my creatures. He's being a sneaky guy. I think he has a battle trick. Oh, he definitely had a battle trick. I'll take 4 damage all day. That's fine. I'm at 18. He's winning now. But I'm glad I didn't block. My turn. Ooh, another land. Thank you very much. You know what? Because this is scary, we're just gonna see what happens. Math is for the blockers, as they say. I have a lot of elves. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, so I'm gonna gain a lot of lives. And he can do the math. I'm not gonna do the math. He can do the math. And we'll see if I come up, if I come ahead. Because in my mind, if he does do a lot of math here, that's gonna tucker him out. You know what I'm saying? Also, it's gonna tucker his board out, which means that there's gonna be less creatures to get the buff. So maybe, now that I'm thinking about it, I should have attacked 2 turn rotations ago. But I'm still not mad at this choice right here. Just letting him figure it out for himself. But I definitely should have done this last turn. Granted, maybe even 2 turns ago. But this is fun. This is what the game's all about. Attacking with a shite ton of creatures and letting my opponent do the math. He is chump blocking, it seems like, on my Husk Burster Swarm. That is a mouthful. Okay, my Bonebite Orator is dying. 2 of his face down cards, 1 of his 2 face down cards are dying. But my Druid Cow is remaining alive. I might as well pay the 2, make this stronger until the end of turn so we lose more life. And actually, I can do it again. Oh, wow, this card's way better than I thought it was. What is he doing now? A 14-14? Holy shit. How did this become so strong? Oh, that's why. Alright, so many things are dying, but he is taking some damage. And he's taking some damage, and you know what? I don't really have an and. I definitely should have attacked freaking 2 turns ago. That was a bit pig-headed of me, but we live and we learn. And he's down to 9, and I have 4 creatures on the board. And I should have paid the 2. Holy crap. Hellbringer MTG, you just read the channel. Wow, thank you so much, Hellbringer MTG. Are we new best friends? Hellbringer MTG, are you here watching, hanging out with me? If so, that is super cool. Thank you so much for doing so. And thanks for rating, man. That's so sick. Really appreciate you. A little bit of an embarrassing game state to be rated upon because, yeah, I'm definitely losing. I'm losing because I was stupid. But I did play a lot of lands, and the whole goal of playing Jump In right now was to play lands because that is my daily, and my daily gets me 750. I think, might be 500, but I think it's 750 because it's a pretty hard daily to accomplish. And I'm trying to open avatar packs because I want to build an ally deck. That's what's going on over here. But yeah. But anyways, even though I'm probably gonna lose this, I think it's a good learning opportunity to not have passed in a non-passive game state. Because if I attacked 2-3 turns ago, I think I would have won. And he's doing, and a slap in the face, honestly, is that he's doing one of my favorite things to do in Magic the Gathering, and that is play cards face down. I love Manifesting Dread. I don't know if he's Manifesting Dread, but he's playing it face down, and that's just as cool in my opinion. And because I'm a good sport, I'm gonna let him pop off, you know? I don't like to be that guy that concedes. It's not cool in my opinion. I might actually concede because I'm a little salty. Very nice, Hellbringer MTG. You are very nice, Hellbringer MTG. Thanks again, man. All right, let's lock in. Oh, he's going up to 12. I thought I had a chance because he was in single digits, but apparently not. But once again, there could be anything in these 24 cards. So who knows? I could draw an absolute cracker of a card next turn. So it's not over to the fat lady sings. Actually, no, it is. It is. He has 15 damage right there. All right. Now that I remember that he has 15 damage, I'm conceding. I thought there might have been a chance to top deck something crazy, but there wasn't. He had 15 damage on the board. I had nothing to block with. That was silly of me. An embarrassing start to the raidage, but I appreciate it nonetheless. But let's see how much of a dent we have made in my daily play. Oh my god. Not even halfway there. Not even halfway there. Hey, what I will say, if I can toot my own horn for just 2 seconds, I was on a win streak before that, but it wasn't in standard rank. It wasn't in the jump in. I chose to do the jump in because, in my opinion, I would be able to play more lands. Kind of got stuck on 6 lands there for a second, but shit happens, as you say, Hellbringer. Shit definitely happens. FISH, as the bumper sticker says. Actually, a good motto. I should be saying that to myself more often these days, in my opinion. All right, 2 lands. I do have a free mulligan, but let's look at what my hand has to offer. A bunch of 2-mana offerings. So I'm actually going to keep this. I'm going to keep this and hope for the best. Even though I do want to play lands. And okay, there it goes. Wasn't even worried. Never a doubt. I'm going to play my swamp instead of my forest to make him think he's playing a deadly little black deck, when in actuality it's mostly elves. So maybe I can catch him off guard, you know what I mean? Probably not going to matter, but I do have a Death Toucher on the board early on in this game. So we have a chance here. Savannah Lions, that's a classic, isn't it? I'm pretty sure that's a classic. An OG, if you will. I would like my Archer, my Death Toucher, to remain on the board a little bit longer than just dealing with the two little guys right here. A Forest hits the board. I can make my other elves stronger. That is something I definitely want to do. I'm gonna hold on to this because I played this last turn because I waited for like 6 turns, 7 turns. No enchantments or artifacts at the board, and then literally as soon as I freaking played it, an artifact hits the board. Just my luck. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker you don't control. This is a mana. It could fix his mana base, but is that actually going to happen? Affinity for lizards. Target creature you get +2/+0, gains lifelink and destruct. Ooh. That's pretty cool. When this class enters, each opponent discards 2 cards. I can do it! I can be the hand ripper again. It's the worst feeling, in my opinion, to get cards ripped from your hand. I hate it. It happens to me more often than I care to admit. But when I get to do it and jump in, it's kind of fun. Still kind of fun. Still kind of want to see the frog deck. Oh, that reminds me. Before I took the hiatus bill, you just reminded me now of the frog deck. Unfortunately, I haven't touched that frog deck since, so it's still just a horrendous mess. I wouldn't even call it a deck. It doesn't work. Even though I do remember picking up a win against you, Bill. But I believe you were just being nice to your boy. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, that player has 1 or fewer cards in hand. They lose 2 life. Interesting. Interesting. Why can't I play? Oh, it's 2 black. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to make my Thorn-Wield Archer stronger. I can't... Oh, I can block the flyer. And it survives. So if he does attack with this... Wait a second. Does Death Touch negate someone else's Death Touch? Or do they both Death Touch each other? That's a situation I haven't ran into in my short-ish Magic the Gathering career. No attackers because I'm down to 10. I have to hold it with blockers. Obviously, I didn't learn my lesson from last game, and that is not attacking. But I'm getting this situation. I don't think I want to attack. And there goes my Death Toucher. That's a shame. Okay, I definitely lost. Apparently, this. No, I'm not gonna blame it on the jump-in deck. I suck. It's not the deck. It's me. But I did have a win streak. To be fair, I did have a win streak. I'm gonna pat myself on the back. The rust is slowly being chiseled off. Okay, at least I get a land for my troubles. At least I get a land for my troubles. However, I definitely lose. I have no way to block that, and it's... Yeah, I definitely gonna lose. Actually, is there a way that I can kill that? Nope, that's gonna take up all my manas. Nope, I don't think I can win. I don't even think I can survive. Alright, well, we played some lands, and they both Death Touch. That's what I assumed. I was hoping for some, like, first strike shenanigans. Okay. I'm exhausted. But I gotta win. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna try to win with this jump-in deck. Rats and elves. I love elves. Who doesn't love elves? I gotta win at least one game with this jump-in deck. And then, of course, I'll ask the chat, anyone out there, if you guys want to play me before I end the live stream, let me know, and I'll add you to the deck, and you will be my final game/games of the evening. However, if no one wants to play, this will be my last game of the evening, and hopefully it's a win. I'm crossing my fingers for the win, because elves deserve better than that. Vigilance, Trample, a 5-drop, a 3-drop. This card is a big investment. A Sorcery. I think I got a free mulligan that, because that's a really slow hand. Llanowar Elves? Keeping this. Keeping that. 7 out of 7 times. That's for true. Llanowar Elves! I feel so cool every time I get the chance to play this card. I love this card. They both have... I have a new deck for you? Hell yeah, Bill. Hell yeah, I'm adding you to the deck, and if no one else wants to play, you will be my last game of the stream, my friend. Alright, let's play another forest. Let's make him think I have no black cards, which I basically don't at the moment. He don't know, you know what I'm saying? He don't know. Let's do this. I have this card in my hand. Once again, I was speaking the praises of said elves. And I have a handful of elves that are about to pop off and win me my first game with this jump-in deck. All right, I think I'm going to create 2 elves for the price of 1. Then next turn, I'm gonna buff up all my elves, make them go down to 16, and we got this, boys and girls. We're gonna win our first jump-in game of the evening. And now I'm gonna have him peek behind the curtain. As of right now, he doesn't know it, but now he knows it. It's not just greens. Eat your greens, ladies and gentlemen. All right, buffing up my elf. Because why would you not do that? That's 2, 5, 8, 10 damage. As it does cost to cast a spell, you may sacrifice any number of non-land permanents. The spell costs 1 less to cast for each. How much does it cost normally? 5? Yeah, I'm not doing that. You'd have to be insane to do that. I'm not going to sacrifice my precious elves to do that. It almost got me to do it. But let me read the rest of it. Whenever this creature enters or attacks, put a blight counter on it. Then for each blight counter on it, each opponent loses 4 life unless that player sacrifices the non-land permanent of their choice or discards a card. Whenever this creature enters or attacks, put a blight counter on it. Then for each... Okay, I can see why that's good. I can definitely see how and why that's good. But in this case, my board is just better. It is indeed just better. Alright. I can't believe I was like, okay, I gotta win with elves, and then immediately following, I get a elf heavy hand and subsequent win. I mean, it's not over till the fat lady sings, of course, but I just don't see a future where I lose this. Courageous Goblin. It's a goblin deck. Ooh, an alchemy card. I didn't think that was possible and jump in. No! 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 He couldn't. My daily! I just wanted to play lands and he conceded before my daily! It be like that sometimes. It really do be like that sometimes. Shit happens. Hey, did I get my daily? I got a daily. I got something. That's cool. I got a card. Frontier Bivouac. That's a fun name to say. It's a very fun name to say. And I get another card. Henchbots. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Barf. Absolute barf. All right, Bill. Are you ready, my friend, to be my last game of the evening? Unless someone, of course, you know, says they want to play before the game ends, then I'll play them, you know what I'm saying? But as of right now, you're my final game of the evening, right here, right now. Can Bill break the streak that he has going? Find out next time on Ubay Z. Doesn't really work, does it? It needs to have multiple syllables. Ubay Stream Z. That works a little bit better, but still not perfect. Find out next time on Ubay. No, Dragon Ball. Dragon. Ubay. Okay, no, it's 2 syllables. Dragon Ball. 3 syllables. Ubay Stream Z. It just doesn't really work, to be honest with you. I try to make it work, but now I just sound like a doofus. I don't think today is gonna be Bill's day, to be honest with you, because this is a hand. This is quite the hand. I have a feeling that I'm going to take the lead and keep it for the rest of the game. Ginger Brew with these 2 bad boys with 3 planes. I just don't see it happening for my guy here. I just don't. And honestly, I don't think he has the brass ones to do this trade. I don't think he wants to sack his Llanowar Elves, which means I can hold up my Shard Mage in case things go horribly awry, so I can at least keep one of them, if you know what I'm saying. Temple of Milady. Am I the Milady in this situation? Maybe. Am I a pretty girl? SpongeBob said 2 Llanowar Elves. In this economy, say less. We just saw an Llanowar Elves that I played, now it's being played against me. Doesn't feel great, but we're gonna keep the Shard Mage in my hand. Just in case. Okay. Obviously, Magic the Gathering wants me to win. That is literally the only thing that makes sense, is that it wants me to win here. And now I have nothing to fear again for both of my Ginger Brutes to do brutish things, and that is attack with both of them. There's no way he sacks the Llanowar Elf. He still wants it because I'm assuming he has an Orovoid in the deck, maybe even his hand. And if that's the case, things get a little bit more dicey. But Ginger Brew, I can just sneak under his beefy Orovoided monstrosities, you know what I'm saying? So I think I have this in the bag regardless. Plus, he's playing these tap lands. It's not fast enough, I don't think, even if he does have Orovoid. Dark creature gets, but that's why I kept it. This is working out pretty darn well for your boy. The streak against Bill continues. As of right now, this is seeming like a pretty good game to end the stream on a high note for me. For me. Do I want to go tall here? I'm going to go tall just because this has hexproof now, so it's pretty much safe for the rest of the turn cycle. But actually, now I'm thinking about it, I probably should have put that up on the Optimus Scavenger because that means I could have attacked with it. He's tapped out though. Treasure library from the 2 basic land cards, put them on the battlefield, then tap, then tap, then shuffle. All right, now he has Orovoid materials. And ain't that lovely for him? Not so much for me, but he's going to go down to a paltry 6. So I'm still feeling good here. There's no way he's going to be able to do 19 damage in one turn. And if he does, then he deserves the win. He deserves it. You know what I'm saying? Blind, Death Touch, and Lifelink. He's at 7. That can definitely block. However, it doesn't have haste. So I'm going to pay the 1 twice and do 7 damage with my Ginger Brutes. We still got it. Not close, but not close enough. We still got it. My turn. And if that wasn't enough, that definitely is. Exactly 7, right to the cranium. And he only has one mana to spend, so I don't think he had anything to do in response. The streak against Bill continues. But that was a good game. 0-15, Bill. 0-15. Ever since you told me it was, I believe it was facetious. You said in the Discord, I'm just here to break the streak. Ever since then, I have even more skin in the game to continue the streak against you, Bill. I gotta keep you hooked for you so you can keep coming back. You know what I'm saying? I can't have my friend abandon me once he beats me. You know what I'm saying? I can't. But with that, I think it's time to end the stream. Hellbringer MTG, if you're still out there, thank you once again for rating me and hanging out with me. That was so cool of you, man. Really appreciate it. For everybody else, if you're still out there hanging out with me, just know I treasure the hell out of you. I legitimately consider you my friends. That's why I love streaming so much. I instantly made, not instantly, took about a month or so to find this little community that we're building. It's taking some time, but I'm building some friends. We're friends. All right, guys, I'm gonna quit monologuing. Hope to see you tomorrow. Unless I fail, of course. Then maybe not tomorrow, but again, sometime soon. All right, guys, I'm gonna end the stream right now.